this series, he gets fouled a lot. That doesn't happen. I mean, guy gets hit on the head more than any player I've seen on drives, and it rarely gets called. So,
although the league office is purportedly making every effort to keep this video out of the public eye, folks in the arena have already been chatting non-stop about it. Shaquille O'Neal allegedly confronted shy Gilgeous-Alexander near the locker room tunnel following the Lakers vs. Oklahoma City game, according to behind-the-scenes rumors, and witnesses believe the atmosphere quickly became tense. There are rumors circulating throughout the building that the situation almost descended into total chaos. There might have been much more going on after the final buzzer if you thought the Lakers' 108-131 defeat was just another difficult evening. According to rumors going around the arena, the true drama didn't start until almost 15 minutes after the game was over. It is said that at that point, things got heated in a way that the NBA rarely wants the public to witness. According to some sources, things went much beyond typical competitive banter or post-game trash talk. Tensions were apparently escalating quickly, so security went in swiftly. According to sources, Shaq was displeased with OKC's ostentatious strategy and persistent gamesmanship during the series. As soon as Shaq came, people in the vicinity reportedly noticed a change in the atmosphere. The corridor seemed normal one moment, and then everyone was focused. Shai walked toward the locker room after the game, appearing composed, at ease, and self-assured while Thunder players celebrated their dominating 3-0 series lead. Reports state that everything appeared to end abruptly after that. According to reports, Shaq was standing in the center of the tunnel with his arms folded, obstructing the way like a brick wall that no one was willing to confront. As everyone tried to predict what would happen next, the hallway reportedly fell silent.
He had his struggles last year, but there's a turn on him. Now you got to send help. And passive or leaves. Sorry, read this.
Everyone could tell Shaq wasn't there for jokes or light talk, according to witnesses, and the atmosphere got uneasy almost immediately. According to reports, security and arena employees were working quickly to contain the situation before it became a much larger issue. After all, few people are willing to engage in a heated conversation with a 7'1" NBA legend who already seems agitated. Shaq reportedly paid little heed to the security guards surrounding him, according to those in the vicinity. He reportedly kept his eyes fixed forward, waiting for sure to get closer. Got closer to the tunnel. Then the moment that had everyone talking arrived. According to witnesses, Shaq moved forward and made a pointed remark that silenced the entire corridor. "It's disappointing," he allegedly replied, glancing directly at Shai. "You're too talented to be a child who cheats." Everyone in the vicinity allegedly felt shocked by that statement since it seemed to be a direct critique of the way one of the league's best stars plays the game. Locals claimed that as soon as heads turned and discussions stopped, the tension instantly increased, but Shai didn't back down or flinch. Rather, he reportedly responded sharply and maintained his position while grinning confidently. "Big man, you missed the game. Either adjust or return to the desk." Witnesses said the atmosphere in the corridor completely shifted the moment those comments were spoken.
We give the benefit to those who necessarily are trying to manipulate the game into their advantage. I just don't think it's basketball. Like, let's just play basketball. All the foul baiting.
Shaq's demeanor reportedly changed immediately, and for a few seconds, it appeared as though things might go worse if no one intervened. According to reports, Shaq abruptly moved forward in an aggressive manner, prompting security guards and arena employees to act quickly to prevent the altercation from getting worse. Witnesses claim that the confrontation became so tense that several security officers and OKC employees intervened to keep everyone apart. Even as officials attempted to defuse the situation, those in the vicinity recounted a chaotic scene in the tunnel where voices were shouted and emotions remained high. According to reports, Shaq continued to express strong views regarding respect for the game of basketball. According to witnesses, he persisted in criticizing what he perceived as the NBA's excessive dramatics and attempts to generate fouls. Fans are currently engaged in a heated conversation over it on social media. For months, there has been debate throughout the league on whether OKC's method is just a clever tactic or if it goes beyond what some supporters view as fair competition. Whether or not people agree with Shaq's point of view, one thing is certain: these claims caused significant debate almost immediately. Lou Dort has also been a major topic of conversation online, with some fans making jokes about how his physical style resembles something from professional wrestling rather than a regular basketball game.
Of last year's NBA Finals. And the Lakers wanted to spend a little extra time with the...
Rather, he allegedly stared at the officials and said nothing at all. According to reports, the stillness quickly created an uncomfortable atmosphere in the hallway, and some employees seemed anxious because no one knew if another furious argument was going to start. Questions concerning the NBA's purported desire to keep the entire issue out of the public have also been raised by the scenario. Insider rumors suggest that league executives may have considered potential sanctions behind closed doors, such as hefty fines or limitations on future appearances near team facilities. Although none of those assertions have been verified in public, the mere conjecture has generated constant discussion on social media and in sports forums. Reports indicate that Shaq may not have been too unhappy about the final score itself, which is what's really drawing attention. Rumor has it that Shai's point total during the game was his main source of annoyance. While some fans think Shaq was just expressing his passion as a former player, others believe he was critiquing what he perceives as an overdependence on making contact rather than solely using skill and shot-making. An already heated story has just gotten hotter due of that dispute. To be clear, very few people doubt Schur's ability. His output on the court speaks for itself, and he is regarded by many as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. That's precisely why some detractors feel he depends too much on getting fouls. They believe that a player of that caliber shouldn't have to rely on those strategies as frequently. Many fans are pointing to a viral video that just went popular on social media in an attempt to understand why Shaq was allegedly so enraged. The video wasn't merely a quick summary or a haphazard critique. Rather, it was a thorough analysis of multiple situations in which critics claimed Shai seemed to overstate contact in an attempt to get officials to whistle favorably.
It's betting. So we don't want to start messing and having fans thinking that it's something going on with the integrity of the game. So you got to clean up this flopping nonsense. You have to clean.
Critics argue that in several of the video segments, defenders barely made slight touch before Shai responded violently, occasionally hurling his body backward or collapsing to the ground. These incidents soon became the focus of contentious online debates. In a matter of hours, basketball fans were discussing the video on fan forums, sports programs, and social media. Schur's supporters fiercely retaliated, claiming that he is only abusing the NBA's present regulations. Others contend that rather than depending only on shot production, the league's style of play has increasingly rewarded players who are adept at drawing fouls. The dispute was only intensified by the statistics. Shai was allegedly averaging more than 13 free throw attempts per game during that run of games, which prompted some fans to compare his stats with the totals of the whole opposing teams and sparked additional online discussion. Social media went crazy when the Lakers' whole starting lineup reportedly concluded one game with just marginally more free throw attempts than Shai had on his own. Comment sections were inundated with criticism, claiming that the figures revealed an increasing problem with the officiating in the modern game. For this reason, when talking about certain developments in the game, Shaq and a number of former players have used terms like anti-basketball. One strategy they regularly condemn is when offensive players drive to the basket and seem to catch a defender's arm, giving the appearance of improper contact. Opponents contend that this kind of action may make it challenging for authorities to identify the true cause of the incident, resulting in contentious calls and never-ending discussion. To be honest, a lot of commentators note that players in the NBA employ similar strategies. Because specific activities within the game's flow are permitted per the existing rules. However, some fans start to question whether the balance between offense and defense has swung too much in one direction when a superstar often receives those calls during big playoff games. In the field of basketball, that subject alone has generated innumerable debates. When internet rumors began to circulate quickly, the discussion got even more contentious. Because of things like viewership, marketing potential, or betting interests, some individuals started spreading rumors that prominent figures in the sport would rather see OKC go far in the playoffs. Nevertheless, their assertions remain unverified rumors and are not supported by any verified proof. Nevertheless, the hypotheses acquired popularity on the internet and intensified the already heated debate. Shaq's worries regarding foul drawing tactics are by no means unique. A number of NBA players and commentators have expressed their dissatisfaction with the way some plays are officiated in public. Jaylen Brown, for example, has voiced issues about how certain decisions are rewarded during games. Fans usually pay close attention when both current players and old legends begin to voice similar concerns. This argument has continued to gather traction during the playoffs, in part because of this. Because postseason basketball is typically linked with more physical defense and fewer whistles, analysts have noted that Scher's free throw rate apparently increased compared to the regular season. Fans keeping a close eye on the figures noticed the surge even more because officials have historically permitted more contact once the playoffs start. Additionally, some statistics noted that Scher had one of the best free throw to drive ratios of any great guard during this postseason run. Just that number has generated heated debates among basketball groups. Some fans believe that these stats demonstrate a player who has perfected the rules and knows how to make the most of every possession. Some contend that it implies the limits of those regulations are being exceeded. In any case, as more people continue to examine gaming statistics and compare trends, the argument has only gotten louder. Fans who have examined the data online claim that the debate intensifies when particular officiating crews are examined. Scher's free throw totals seem to rise beyond the average for the league in games officiated by some seasoned officials, according to some. These findings have sparked constant conjecture and jokes about OKC getting a superstar whistle every night. These allegations are still conjecture since there is no concrete proof of any concerted partiality. Nevertheless, the rumors have quickly proliferated on social media, podcasts, and basketball media. Many critics' annoyance isn't just directed at Shai's free throws. It also represents a larger discussion about how the NBA is now refereed and how much of an impact foul drawing plays should have on game outcomes. Additionally, critics keep bringing up OKC's physical defensive approach, particularly Lou Dort's constant on-ball pressure. Dort supporters credit his vigor, tenacity, and willingness to fight on every possession for making him one of the toughest and most successful defenders in basketball. However, others contend that his combative style sometimes breaches the boundaries of